What is up, YouTube? I'm Devon DaVinci, leader of the Renaissance crew, and you're watching DaVinci Reacts. Hopefully everything is working right. Again, this is a new setup. I am trying something new just to see how it's going to work out. I hope you guys enjoy it. This is, well, everything's new. I have no idea how it's going to work out. I don't know if it's going to have a problem or anything, so just in case, I am recording with my second camera, or my original camera, in case this one doesn't work out, so I will have a backup of the footage and don't have to worry about losing anything. Now, the video quality will be naturally better even if I'm using the old camera, because I'm going to be upgrading my video software that I use to edit. Right now, the most I can do on the current membership that I have is 720. My videos were being recorded with at 30 frames per second. I've upgraded it to 60 frames per second, and I'm gonna be doing 1080p, so everything should be looking slightly better. And because of the extra storage space that I have, thanks to you guys on Patreon who have all signed up. Again, if you want to check my Patreon out, it's only $1 a month. It does include tax, so it'll probably be about $1.20. It has exclusive content that you will only see on Patreon, like my movie reactions and some exclusive TV show reactions. Right now I'm doing a reaction to The Office, the UK version. I am being exposed to the wonders that is David Brent. And if you want to check that out, a link for my Patreon is in the description box down below. Now, with that being said, again, better quality, all that other good stuff. Let's get into this. This is a gameplay trailer that I saw a piece of. It's called Black Myth Wukong. I think it's a story about Journey to the West. I think it looks a lot like it. I don't want to speak for everybody, but the first time I ever heard of Journey to the West was Dragon Ball Z. That was the first time I ever heard about it. Dragon Ball Z obviously was heavily inspired by that story. I don't want to say Dragon Ball Z brought it to the West. Journey to the West. Get it? I don't want to say Dragon Ball Z brought it to the West, but it was the first time I ever heard about it. And I'm thinking it's probably the same for a lot of other people. Not that it didn't exist at all, like nobody knew about it, but as far as the mainstream, I think Dragon Ball Z might have brought it over. But there's a lot of, like, after I saw it on Dragon Ball Z, I started to notice it in a bunch of other anime. Like, you see call outs to it all the damn time. So it is an interesting story. And this is a 13-minute gameplay trailer about it. So I want to go ahead and check this out, see what it has to offer. And I don't know, because the little snippet that I saw looked really good. Let's check this out. Game science.
你们一定都听过关于他的故事。有人说，他帮唐僧取到了真经，
So far, it looks good.
封了斗战胜佛，从此留在了灵山。也有人说，那个成佛的根本不是他，真正的他早就死在了西行路上。还有人说，西游从来都没有发生过，他只不过是说书人杜撰的一只猴子。但我要讲的故事，你们一定没有听过。这个故事得从一只金蝉说起。
Golden cicada. Gameplay footage was recorded directly from pre-alpha gameplay build. Work in progress. Does not represent the final look at the game. Looks like he's controlling it.
不知道里面还有没有存酒。
别馋了，误了事儿。小
Is this the first game in video game history where you control a cicada? I think this is groundbreaking. The people are all animals. Or animal hybrids, I guess. Anthropomorphic animals. Oh, okay. So it's like a vampire. Except instead of a bat, he turns into a cicada. Ooh. Nice. And he dodged the projectile. That's hard. Okay. Already planning on getting it. Already. You've already sold it. I don't even need the other 12 minutes. I have to get some English subtitles in there, though. Ooh. Is this PS5? Okay, now just imagine back in the day when we thought that games could only get so far graphically, like, you know, when PS3 and them came out, we thought that those graphics were like amazing and there could never be anything better than that. Now imagine running into this at that same time. You probably would have had a damn heart attack. The effects, the particles, everything just looks so freaking good. I'm wondering if this is just like PC footage or if this is PlayStation 5. Because you know PC just had the new graphics cards they announced. And hopefully I can get one if I save enough money, I can try to get one. And hopefully my games could look this amazing. But this is a good looking game. And the staff hit the ground in perfect position, and he got a new weapon. Where the hell did you put that weapon? I love how he could transform into a cicada. That is hard. What the hell? So the game has cheat codes. Somebody unlocked big head mode. It looks like there's still some stealth when you're playing with the cicada. I guess some enemies can like see through the disguise. That man's head is all fucked.
再往前走，就是观音禅院，当年也是香火鼎盛啊。
Looks like an albino potato spud.
哎，那场大火哟。后来啊，这禅院又被重建了。哎，可人心若是烧没了，修好一座破庙，又有什么用呢？小老儿先走一步，等你过了前面的栈道，咱们自会再见。
So it seems like the fighting system is kind of like Dark Souls. You have your strikes, you have your powerful strikes, you have dodge rolls. What the hell is this? Wow. Like, I'm not seeing any type of parrying, like, you know how the Arkham games had like the parrying system? So I'm guessing this game is going to be tougher.
别出声，小心惊动了那条大狗。后院那厮是黑风怪的道友，自称灵虚子。以你现在的道行，糟了！小猴子，快逃，还来得及！
Scared ass.
你若进了这道门，便回不了头啦。
Oh. It's like a were creature. Hitting him in his damn knuckles over and over again. Looks like there's some type of reflectability. That was nice. He got hit, but that was nice. I also like how the animal's eyes are like red, but it has like this like weird tracking effect. You better have some healing items. You're about to die. I noticed a bit of a cooldown in the corner above the HUD. The hell? He sent out a bunch of Cell Juniors. Did he transform into the enemy that he beat earlier? Looks like he's the wolf thing. I like how the fire is like still burning the creature's fur and stuff. It reminds me of the fight in Final Fantasy VII Remake against Abzu. You're about to win this. I mean, I imagine you would. They probably wouldn't show you get your ass whooped in a in a gameplay trailer. Okay, that was nice. That was real nice. Ooh, what is this? What is going on here? He a Super Saiyan? His fur is kind of golden. got stick bugs, son. Getting a lot of God of War from this gameplay too. Oh, look at that outfit. And he got the Nimbus. Oh, this is freaking out. You got the power pole. I know all the references I'm making are after the fact. I know the power pole was after Journey to the West, so whatever the original weapon's name was, the power pole copied. It's just, that's my only reference for it, so that's why I call it that. Sounds like he's singing. What is Mortal Shell? Gotta give it up to you. Gotta give it up to whoever made this game. That was nice. Especially that cloud level. That was hard. I was getting some Dynasty Warriors in there with the amount of enemies and the attacks that just like swept everybody out of like the reach was like super far and everybody was just like flying all over the place. That was very Dynasty Warriors-esque. When you're fighting the larger enemies, that reminds me of God of War. The combat system reminds me a lot of Dark Souls. I guess you could say God of War also. That game had a dodge rolls and regular attacks and power attacks and stuff too. Yeah. This is already a game that's going to be on my wish list. It looks like something that would be... well, let it play a bit more. Does it say anything about what system it's on? Okay, so they don't say anything about the system. I'm imagining it's going to come out on PC. This game demands it gets released on PC. As far as consoles, I don't know. Because even though I think a PlayStation 4 could play this game, it seems like something that would demand a PlayStation 5. Because you would probably want to play this on 4K. And I'm guessing it's only going to be about... Well, if it's on PlayStation 5, it's probably only going to be 30 frames per second. But... whatever. It doesn't matter. This game is going to be awesome regardless. So... yeah. Let me know what you all thought in the comment section down below. Give me your opinions on this game. I'm really looking forward to seeing what you guys have to say about it. It looks like a game that's going to be freaking amazing. Oh, man. We're starting to hit that level of gameplay where games look like cinematic trailers, but they're playable. We've always dreamt of getting to this point. And... like, I was old enough to remember when PlayStation 2 was coming out and they said that the graphics were going to look like Toy Story. And everybody was like, no way, that's freaking crazy. Go back and watch Toy Story and compare it to these graphics. Toy Story ain't got shit on the gameplay we got nowadays. I'm just glad to be a gamer in the time that I am, because there are some people that call themselves gamers that were back with the Atari and stuff like that. And while it's cool that you can... say you were an OG when it comes to being a gamer. You just don't... the level of gameplay that you had back then just does not compare to what it is now. It's like... I feel like I was born in a sweet spot for gameplay. I was born into the original Nintendo era. I grew up with the Super Nintendo, or the 16-bit era. My first system that I owned was the PlayStation. Or at least the first system that was mine. the systems before that were my brothers and sisters. They had the Nintendo and Super Nintendo. The PlayStation was mine. So I grew up in an era when you had pixel gameplay in its somewhat infancy, and then we got to Super Nintendo where we were still using pixel art, but the art was so good that it has its own charm. Like if you go back and check out the like Secret of Mana and Final Fantasy VI and things like that, you'll see like what level of art that system had, even though it wasn't as powerful as say a PlayStation or something. And then the PlayStation came out. That was the infancy of 3D graphics. Well, technically PC had the infancy for 3D graphics, but that was the first console. Was it? You know what? I'm gonna stop talking. It was the first console I played that had 3D graphics, and you can tell that they were working on it. Like it's almost felt like a step back, but then slowly they started progressing and getting better and better with the 3D graphics. Because if you look at the games that came out in 1994, and then you compare them to like Final Fantasy IX, they definitely got better. And then PlayStation 2 came out. That was the first time I felt there was a huge jump in visuals and gameplay. You had more voice acting, better voice acting. You had gameplay that was comparable to cutscenes on the original PlayStation. That was something that was really big. The game that got me into PlayStation 2 was the original Onimusha. When the first time I saw that, I was hooked on PlayStation. My friend had PlayStation 2. I had a PlayStation. They were playing Onimusha, and I was like, I didn't even want to go home anymore. Like, how the hell do I compete with this? I'm going to go home and play the original PlayStation after looking at this. The original Xbox 360 was the one that got me hooked onto the HD era. PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, it didn't feel like there was a huge jump when that system came out, but towards the end of the generation, that's when it started to shine. And I'm wondering what PlayStation 5 is going to offer, because if games look like this is going to be amazing, but this is just the beginning. They're going to get better. Eventually, we are going to hit a ceiling. It's going to get to the point where you only can make a game look as good as the artists that are designing the game can make it. So it's like, when I was younger, the limitations were the hardware. You could only make a game look as good as the system would allow you to make it. Now, the hardware limitations are limitless. Like there is no limit. So now the only thing that's holding you back is how well the artist can make the game. But again, let me know what you think about it in the comment section down below. I look forward to seeing what you guys have to say. I'm going to go ahead and give you the deuces. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and share. And if there's any other gameplay trailers out there that you want me to do a reaction to, leave them in the comment section down below, and I will be sure to give it a look. So until then, I'm going to give you the deuces, and I'm signing out. So make sure the deuces is in both cameras. Deuces.